Alright, this is a real quick demo video for the Xabler application. Xabler application is intended to interface with people that own the Xabler home control server software. That server delivers via an HTTP interface the ability to control various components through their house. Since y'all guys don't have a Xabler server, we've set up some demo services that will give you an idea of the functionality um, without the backing of having a home that you're controlling. Um, so what you're going to see in the app is uh, you're going to see the interface and it working, but you won't see the status updates actually work because you don't have a home to be controlling. So, the real important thing is that this is geared towards people that have our hardware. So, click there to go in the app. First step is it checks for connectivity. So, we've checked for the connectivity, and we verified that we're connected to the server. So, you'll see the main view, and the main view is, this is configurable through our server software. What you see here. So these are all driven dynamically. So what we see here is we see various subviews we can go to. We click on a subview, it loads that subview and then shows it for you in the navigation controller. So these are various buttons you can press on. If you were running a real server, this little LED here would light up green if the fan were on, and it would light up red if the fan were off. Same thing with these two here. But since you're not on since we don't have a home for you to control, we have to kind of make do there. So that's how that works. It's the same thing here and here. These are our channel graphics, so they can assign an image to the various button controls if they'd like to. So then we have a lighting. So these are shortcuts to various views. So this is the lighting control. We can slide the lighting values, but it goes back to 0 because we don't have a backer. But that's the sliding control. Then we have the various audio video controls, and so these are for people to control their various components in their house. We have views for a DVD player, so you got to play, select, and every time you hit one of these buttons, it goes off to the back end and calls the HTTP method to execute that control on our server. Standard stuff here with the plays and the buttons and all that. And then the same thing with the DVR. And so, like when you click on the menu button on your DVR, the menu comes up, not on here. So you got a TV, satellite, auxiliary input, TiVo. And with the TiVo, you have the various views. And then another thing you can do with the TiVo is when people are in TiVo world, they like to fast forward or real quick. So you can turn the slide lock on, and then you can fast forward like that. That will execute the fast forward command, and then you can do it again. That'll execute the fast forward command to go even faster. And then once you just do a click, then it hits play again, right? And so that's how the slide lock works. And then you go back to the normal. And then if you want to switch between the pages, you can do that. Then you got the tuner, which allows you to change the stations. And those are those controls. And then the last one you have is the security thermostat. So the security contacts are meant to give you a notification if your door security contact magnet thing is connected or not. So right now they're both disconnected. If you were on a real home and they were actually connected, you would see the connection image. Then you have the thermostat view. So you have you can control different thermostats, like air conditioner, in your home. So you can see here it's 75 degrees right now. If we click on the image, we see that we can control, cooling temperature, heating temperature, various on, off, and whatnot. So that's the details, the configuration options for the thermostat. So those are the main views or the main pages on the main view. So if we click the properties view, the info button down here, we'll get the basically the configuration options. So the first step is the help menu. So you can get information about how to use the application through the help menu. So this explains all the settings here, how to use the application, the different details about the different kind of views. So that's how that works. And we have the settings view. This allows you to change the settings. So right now, the default settings go to our setup for the demo. So the end user who has the Xabler hardware would put the host or IP address to their Xabler server and port, and verify that it works. Then they would have to. Then they come through and they set the view numbers, and so these view numbers are data that they know as they've set up their system. So they would set these numbers to the various views for the various tabs, and so that goes off whenever you click on the tab. It goes and fetches that view from the server and displays it. And there's various settings here: parent sleeping device, prevents device sleeping, and load last access view done on start. And then there's some server settings that keep the connection alive on via HTTP if they choose to do so. And then the last view is our about view. And the reason we really have this view is not only to tell about the application, but give us some statistical information when we need to support customers. Are we seeing request failures? Are the view requests getting sent? Are the control requests getting sent? How long is it taking? So this is more for our purposes. So when we have to support this application for our users, we're able to address, look at the, say go to this page and look at it and see, what kind of connection statistics are coming through. So that's the application. That should give you a good run through of how it works. And click the done button, it goes back. And yeah, all right. Thank you.